Well, my daughter's tedding this hay right here for me, and I'm getting ready to get on the Massey 1105 and cut the west field, and we'll ted it tomorrow. Normally with this Vermeer rake tedder, I don't ted until the next day, but we're going to try to do 2.5 day hay on this field. And it's been overcast. I've been disappointed with the weather forecast. Up until just now, it's been pretty overcast, but it's trying to dry, but obviously it's still very green underneath. So I felt like we probably ought to go ahead and ted this field out and then see what we got tomorrow. All right, so I'm going to move over here to the Krone and the big Massey, and we're going to clip another field. Right there's kind of an up close of my Krone mower conditioner and the cutter bar and the impellers, and it's got a tread plate hood on it that it slings the grass up against, and of course it rubs the grass together in order to take the wax off the stem. I feel it's very, very effective. Krone. I need to replace that exhaust stack. I don't think I'll go Krone, but I definitely want to get that flapper straightened out. That thing's an embarrassment. And we got to do something about the bird poop too. Probably go ahead and order another one of these kickstands. It's just a matter of time before somebody forgets, probably me, and doesn't put it up. I can do this. There we go. That's the way that works. Whew. Now I like to let this thing loose, and you always want to stand to the side because these wheels kick out, and I guess if something went wrong, it could run you down. All right, I'll come back. All right, so I got the Krone opened up and got the AC adjusted a little cooler. Sun's down on me right now. Let this thing down. I'll be running high range first gear between low and high multi-power. Here we go. This is a pretty easy field right here. It doesn't, what slows you down on this one is it's just kind of triangular shaped, but that's okay. And we got to cut that. Probably try to cut that next week and bale it next Saturday. The weather's looking favorable. That's our low ground. And when we do that, we'll probably go up on the hill and take care of what we got up there. I just gotta be sure I got some help, because it's tough for me to do all this by myself, but I'm working on a remedy on that. I need more hay wagons that I can bale and then get them in my barn and unload them later. I used to dive way down into that corner right there, but this big Massey, it's a little more, that's a little more tedious than with my John Deere 5055D, and when I was running my Krone, it's a smaller machine, but I've got some grass growing in here. I reached out to an extension agent and he told me it was velvet grass. And it's coming in on everybody's fields, not just mine. And I don't know if it's an indication of low pH or just what it is, but it seems to be very invasive. And you know, you can't spray it with anything other than just to kill it and everything with it. So right now we're kind of living with it. And you know, if I tell the customer we got mixed grass hay, it is a grass, and I don't know that it's bad. Maybe it is. I had some last year and I didn't get any complaints. The biggest complaint I got last year was first cutting hay was just overripe and really stemmy. It was almost like a broom. But you know, that's the way I sold it, and I told people, and I marked the price down. But this field gets a little bumpy down here in this corner. And I thought for sure that tree right there was dead earlier in the year. But it's come out. Somehow I need to get in here and trim these, need to come in here and trim these limbs back. I don't really dive in the corners like I used to. Maybe I should. But we got tedding going on in the other field, and in this field, knocking it down. And like I say, we'll probably ted this tomorrow. My goal is to bale that east field on Monday. This is Saturday. And to bale this on Tuesday, and if it either one of them are delayed today, we can go into Wednesday. I've even thought about going ahead and cutting that tomorrow and up on the hill to bale on Wednesday, but it may be that we have to push off baling on that east field. It might need one more day, so kind of holding Wednesday in reserve for that. And if it turns out we get it up Tuesday, then I may cut this on Wednesday evening. I'm going to be working my day job from the farm. My employer's been good to let me work remotely, and the goal was not to knock them out at any time, but I'm scheduled to be off typically at 4 o'clock. So the goal here is when 4 o'clock comes, instead of getting in my car and driving an hour and a half to the farm, I can get off at 4 o'clock and just walk out to a tractor, and then I got from 4 o'clock till dark. And we're right on the edge of June, so you know there's much more daylight during the day. All right, let me kind of pick up the pace here, and I'll go to multi-power high and see if we can knock this field out pretty quick. I'll come back. The angular nature of these fields kind of requires me to use the multi-power high and low range. You know, when I get into the corners, it's handy to slow down, and especially like I mentioned back in that back corner over there, it's right bumpy, but it's handy to slow down and just make these sharp U-turns manageable. This is the first tractor we've had with anything like multi-power or torque amplifier. My 756 International Gasser, it was a factory, no TA. It gets pretty tedious down in this corner because it's just sharp. It's just a sharp corner. At some point I have to just kind of pull out and go around the ends. The hay is definitely thicker in this field than my east field. Not sure what to attribute that to. Sometimes it's the other way around. You know, these fields, you think you got them figured out, and one field will excel and the other one will disappoint. Now, I've still got plenty of fuel. I didn't fill this thing up, and I probably need to, but this Perkins 354 straight 6 diesel is turbocharged on this Massey Ferguson. It's got to be one of the best engines that was ever designed and built and put in a piece of machinery, especially a tractor. And it's very, very fuel efficient. And it just runs great. All these Perkins engines just seem to run really, really well. And I know, and I like all the colors. I'm not a colorblind person. You know, I like International and John Deere. I don't know much about Case, but I wouldn't mind having one, I reckon. And Oliver, White. I think they're all really good, especially during the 70s. You know, the late 60s and 70s, I think all these tractor manufacturers, Alice Chandler's, they were all in their prime. And they all had, you know, you hear a lot about the John Deere engines and the International engines, and I know they're great, but this Perkins 354, it's about as good as it gets, is my opinion. I'll come back. I'll be cutting the grass on that flat spot up there, that little triangular shaped flat spot. When I do my low ground, I'm going to try to just focus on this field. Hopefully we can bale it on Tuesday. I don't want to have too much down for just an evening of baling. So we just kind of pick our battles. This is better hay down here than it is up there on that little flat anyway. I guess it drains really good up there, so the grass doesn't exactly excel maybe like it should. At one time, this was the worst field we had. You know, we had other people coming in making hay for a long time, and they took everything out and they never put anything back in that I'm aware of. And these fields were essentially mined out. And when I kind of started rekindling the haying on this farm, and I mean, this field was bad. The yield on it was virtually nothing, and so we limed it to get the pH up, and you know, normally just utterly pound it with fertilizer. Yeah, hold the hole. And so it does pretty good now. I'll come back. Moving right along. It's getting a little late in the evening now. It's getting close to 6 o'clock. So this Krone, I guess any disc mower conditioner, you know, the elements you can cut in compared to a hold on, I hit the wrong lever. Sometimes I do that. It's really helpful. It's really helpful when you're cutting hay if you don't have a video camera in your hand. And I'll be honest, it's probably more enjoyable too. But I'll come back. Finish the middle of the field. We'll take a look-see at it again here in just a minute. And what I'm doing right now, I'm just kind of going around the outside perimeter and taking somewhat of a pass around. And you can see where I've been. We've had a good day cutting hay up here. I've been disappointed with the weather guessers because it's been more cloudy and not quite as warm as it should have been. There's probably been more hay lost to weather guessers and their crap predictions than all the equipment and tractors that have failed over the year put together. Knock on wood, the Massey Ferguson 1105 has just done a fantastic job. I expressed some frustration in another video before this one about you know, sending it away to be repaired, and I'm hoping that obviously it's not a new tractor. It's 1977, so add a little realism there, but at the same time, you know, we rely on this thing to be the heavy hitter on this farm. I say my John Deere 5055 is the backbone of the farm. And that is true, but you know, as we get along in the years with this tractor, you know, it needs to be a reliable machine. And so we've had a terrific day with the Massey Ferguson and the Krone. It's running cool. The vitals on the instrument are just exactly where they need to be. The air conditioner's working great. Such a comfortable tractor to ride in. It's got a long wheelbase. And I mean, it's a little noisy in the cab, but it's nothing like being outside. I get around here to this end of the field, I'll stop and kind of get out, survey everything, and wind this video down. I'll come back. Alright, so I got this field wrapped up, and this is what we're going to tackle over the next few days as far as trying to bale this one and my east field over there, and the Krone just did a great job. Again, we're cutting with a high stubble, trying to keep this grass, you know, up off the ground so it can dry, but we also want to give second cut a chance to take off. So this is kind of where I'm going to wind it down. I hope you enjoyed the video. There'll be more coming with the Krone 2801cv and the Massey Ferguson 1105 with a turbo charged 6-cylinder diesel Perkins 354. We'll talk to you later.